All right, Oval fans. Now, going back to last week's episode as well as the promo for this week's episode, you got to wonder, does Sam have the right to be mad at Priscilla? Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, he did foul by cheating, basically doing the do with Victoria in the yellow room. But the way he just rolled up on his wife and Bobby on their quote unquote date, I don't know. I just feel like it felt weird, like the fact that you felt entitled to mark your territory, even though you did that with Victoria in the yellow room. But I don't know how to feel about it, because on the one hand, yeah, I definitely get him being upset. But at the same time, it's like, bro, can you really be mad, though? Because Priscilla's trying to get a swerve on. But I think I'm more upset at Priscilla than Sam. Like I said, yes, she was the one who got cheated on. But Sam, you could argue he had his reasons about the whole no sex for 2 weeks thing, but at the same time, I feel bad trying to take sides, but from our perspective, we can see why he did what he did. Now, from the other side, yeah, you could argue that, well, yeah, we can definitely see why Priscilla's doing what she's doing. She's doing what she's doing to get back at Sam, but to be fair, it just feels like she's doing it from a place of hurt and using Bobby. And they're both hurt people when you think about it. Bobby's still in his feelings about Lily. But at the same time, despite how you feel about Donald, Bobby was still messing around with a married woman. So in this case, he's doing the same thing now. And heck, it wouldn't surprise me if Simone might try to flirt with him as well. You just never know, especially after overhearing Eli in the bathroom and now thinking, my man's cheating on me. So I really feel like when it boils down to it, Sam is coming off more of an asshole now because he was the one that's cheated. And now he's going so far as to, have Bobby beaten up if necessary, just because his wife is stepping out on him. But I really feel like what makes the Priscilla thing so annoying is that we're almost, I know season 4 just came back for the back half, but before you know it, we're going to be in season 5. Priscilla has been this way for all of season 2, all of season 3, and aside from 1 or 2 moments of concern after Sam got shot, all of season 4. And we're all tired of it. I'm not saying that they need to mend fences and just act like no adultery ever happened like Richard and Nancy, but at the same time, I've said this time and time again, there are much bigger fish to fry. I'd much rather see Priscilla try to deal with the fact that, hey, I'm trying to expose the murderer of Jean. And that's one thing I really don't understand. After the vice president showed them the video footage of what Jason did to Jean, that I think Priscilla was like, oh my God. But that was it. We never got any real follow-up on that. Now you could argue, well, Jeremy, to the world, aside from a couple of people, Jason is dead. So there's really nothing Priscilla can do to get revenge for Jean. True, but I mean, his parents covered it up and whatnot. So I just feel like I'd much rather see the arc of Priscilla trying to get revenge on the murderers of her friends and former co-workers at the White House, as opposed to just constantly being bitter about Sam cheating. Like I said, not trying to give Sam a pass for what he did, but it's not right for Priscilla to just try to get even. So, I mean, think of it this way. Sam does want to stay married without her getting a divorce, but I think for me, imagine if you were in that situation of you were the one who screwed up the marriage by cheating, then your spouse, out of spite and, well, really from a place of pain, wants you to feel like they did, so they want to go out and cheat as well. And then let's say they don't want to get a divorce because, oh, now we're even. But then it's like, what if the other person who cheated first decides, you know what, I want a divorce because this is messy as hell. Like, yeah, I screwed up, but I wanted to make amends to try to fix it. But instead, you opt to go and do what I did. I mean, yeah, I honestly can see both sides of the conversation. And you could argue like, well, why should Priscilla just, roll over like nothing happened and go to therapy and whatnot and stay married? But it's like they say, 2 wrongs don't make a right. It's like just because, oh, my husband cheated on me, that gives me a pass to cheat on him and we're even. No, if you get even, things are going to be messier than usual or than before. But at the same time, it's a matter of what's worse, your spouse going out to cheat because you did, are you two staying together and just forever resenting each other? Truth be told, I think these two should get a divorce. I don't think, I mean, if I were Sam, yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how divorce courts work. I mean, so I guess if, you know, I don't know if like a prenup or if there's anything, I don't know how that works. I think in a prenup, maybe you can write in like, you know, hey, if one of us cheats, then, you know, that really means when divorce time comes and we got to split assets, the one who cheated doesn't get as much, you know, like because they're the ones who ruined the relationship. Again, I don't know how this stuff works, but I'd imagine like Sam, yeah, it would look foul if he was the one that wanted to get a divorce. But I think given Priscilla's attitude ever since the cheating, I would want, as soon as she said divorce, I probably would have said yes. Here's why. Because, yes, I screwed up, but in my heart of hearts, I've tried to fix things, but you won't give me any kind of leeway in terms of believing me when I say certain things. I think Sam really screwed up when Priscilla was like, why don't you report her to HR? Because I don't want to look like a weak agent. That was his biggest mistake right there. I think his biggest argument should have been, Priscilla, even if I reported the first lady, do you think anybody would believe me? I mean, look at what the vice president gave us when we went over to his house, pretty much, you know, destroyed all the evidence we had so far. So if one agent comes forward and says the first lady was sexually harassing me, would anybody even believe it? You see what I mean? So his argument pretty much, you know, made Priscilla go, oh, I see what's going on. You don't want to report it because you like this attention. You want it to keep going. So yeah, honestly, at this point, I don't think these two should stay married. I don't even root for them anymore because it's just messy as hell and we need to move on. There are bigger fish to fry than the will they, won't they fix their relationship and get back together. So, I mean, does Sam have the right to be mad at Priscilla? In a way, but, you know, it's like, bruh, you did the same thing. So, but like I said before, it's like, well, you could see where Sam did what he did because of being sexually starved. But then on Priscilla's side, she's doing what she's doing completely out of pain and trying to get back at Sam. But can you imagine that if she does sleep with somebody else? It doesn't have to be Bobby, but imagine her sleeping with someone else and then deciding, I don't want to get a divorce. I would get a divorce. Like if I had a wife and I cheated and then she cheated and then she said, I want a divorce. And then she opts to go sleep with somebody else to get evil with me and says, I don't want to get a divorce anymore. I'd still get a divorce. I'd be like, you know what? Bump it. Unless, you know, we had a good laugh about it. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.